today's how-to series, I'm going to discuss the basic techniques of shooting strong hand and the basic techniques of shooting weak hand. In, I would say, 90 to even 95% of the cases during matches and stages, you will be able to shoot freestyle. Freestyle meaning just with both hands on your gun, engaging the targets, except if you are moving in between positions before you get back to the target. In a way, you might let your gun go and just move around to your next position. But it's possible that either the organization of the match or because you think you get an advantage, that you will shoot targets either with your strong hand and or with your weak hand only. And I'm going to discuss what the point of attentions are if you choose or if you are required to shoot weak and or strong. Shooting strong and certainly shooting weak hand will have an impact on your timing. The number of shooters who shoot strong and weak hand to the same level as they would do freestyle is rather limited. Most of the shooters, and especially in a non-professional context, will shoot slower if they have to shoot strong hand, and especially if they shoot weak hand. But in a normal match environment with normal level of shooters' skills, that equalizes everybody. So for everybody, the time will be lower if they are, especially if they are required to shoot weak or strong hand only. The first technique I'm going to discuss is the strong hand shooting. I'm going to engage the target on my right hand side. I'm going to be right in front of it. I'm going to start from the holster. And what I'll do is from a standing relaxed position, again, always assuming the core position. I'll refer to other videos for basic techniques on the core position. And what I'll do is from here, as soon as the beep goes off, I will pick up my gun and either, depending on the scenario, step back, and whilst I'm stepping back, I'm gonna move the orientation of my body and my feet, pick up the gun, and actually put everything in line to engage, to pick up my sights or red dot and to engage the target. Now look what I'm doing. I'm in line, my hand is near my heart position. Make sure that you don't touch your arm because you might get a penalty for that, because you're not supposed to support your arm. So make it a habit of making a fist and pulling it close to your heart. I'm not in my normal shooting stance. I'm in line. I'm leaning forwards. I'm pulling in my elbow, bending it a little bit, keeping my gun straight to engage the target. Also important is, as much as you can, keep your thumb on the safety to get better control of your weapon. As far as grip is concerned, the grip, I would say, is approximately 70%. If you grip it too hard, you're gonna lose control and flexibility in your trigger finger, which makes it much more difficult to actually pull the trigger. So I would say approximately 60–70%. Thumb on the safety, your elbow pulled inwards, slightly bent. That's up to your personal preference. So you can clearly see the dot and then engage. I'm also leaning forwards. A lot of times you see shooters assuming this position. So that's hard. They lean back with a straight arm, the gun slightly tilted but then you have an issue with your sight picture, especially also your dot over your barrel, and you will have another impact area. And leaning backwards, and on each shot that you pull off, you will see the body moving backwards and becoming unstable, and also having a negative impact on your sight picture and your shots on the target. So again, pick up my guns, take a step back, lean forwards, thumb on the safety, elbow pointed inwards, slightly bent, and then I can engage the target. This might look, and certainly it will feel a little uncomfortable, because most of the times you will see people shooting with their gun slightly tilted. If that's your personal preference and you achieve your optimal result, double alpha in a short time, I would say continue. But what I recommend is to pull in your elbow, slightly bend it, put some more weight on your strong leg, and then engage the target. Fast, it will look like this. The advantage is that my gun, as far as sight picture and recoil is concerned, will do the same as with freestyle, meaning it will go up. You do have to say, because you shoot one-handed only, that it's not 100% the same, but it's as close as possible. If you want, or if you are required to shoot weak-handed only, the targets I will engage are now in front of me. The basic principles apply, but it's a little more complex. Certainly drawing from the holster, and also I'm right-handed, which means that my control over my left arm and hand is different, and for left-handed shooters it's in the inverse. As soon as I pull my gun, I'm gonna shift it to my weak hand in a controlled manner, and then engage the target. Again, as soon as you engage the target, the positioning is the same as strong hand shooting, which means my strong hand is going to be close to my heart, in a fist close to my heart, and I will be in line, pull my elbow inwards, bend it slightly, and then engage the target. So again, I'm starting from my core position. At the beep, I will pick up my gun. There are multiple ways of picking up your gun, pulling your gun, to change from a strong hand to a weak hand position. The first, the most common one, and the one that most people feel the most comfortable with, is I will take my grip as I always do. Pull back, make sure that you don't sweep your in front of your gun. So in front here, on eye level, as on the location where I would actually do a loading or reloading of my gun. Here, I'm gonna open up my strong hand, keeping force on my grip. Make room for my left hand to come in, and as soon as my left hand took over, I'm gonna replace and put myself in a straight line, as we also did in the strong hand shooting position. Again, I will put my thumb on top of my thumb safety. I will pull my elbow inwards, slightly bend it, to then engage the target. Again, what you will see a lot, which you might use yourself, but what you will see a lot also during stages and matches, is that again here, people will keep their arms straight, slightly tilt the gun, again having an impact on your sight picture and also on the recoil of the gun, to then engage the target. If that makes you feel comfortable and gets you the result, I would say go for it, but at least try in dry fire or live fire training, try what it feels like and what the results are if you shoot weak-handed, as I recommend, elbow slightly pulled inwards, and then engaging the target. Again, a bit fast. Go for my core position, pick up my gun, again, here, try to lean forwards, don't stand like this. Lean forwards and engage. The second option for you to pull your gun to shift from strong hand to weak hand is as follows. You will grab the rear of the grip, and if you have a mag wall, you actually have good control of your gun, but it also works with a production gun. Try to grab it as low as you can, but as safely as you can. Pick up the gun, and now I have all the room I need for my weak hand to come in on eye level, to come in and engage the target. Fast, it will look like this. The third option, which you don't often see during stages or matches, is instead of grabbing the gun by the grip, I will grab the gun up front, pull it out, and pass it along to my weak hand. So I will take the gun like this, take it out of the holster, come in on eye level, and then start my basic position. Elbow inwards, slightly bent, with a good side picture. So these are the three options you have. Pulling your gun with the strong hand and passing it along to the weak hand.